Alright, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Alright, today I'm going to call this, he shall give his angels charge to keep thee. Alright, so this is Psalms 91:9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is thy refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Right, so the point is, that the Most High is going to give his angels charge, to keep us in all our ways, man. In our daily goings, traveling, what I'm saying? While we got to deal out here in the world and battling these demons, what I'm saying? Just overcoming the obstacles of this world, to prove to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai what that we are faithful unto him, man. And you know what? And more importantly, the times in which we face in the times of Jacob's trouble, because things is very serious. And basically what martial law is pretty much here, going on with this J. Helm thing, and what now they're rounding up homeless people, and telling other people that if you see a homeless person on the street, to call them, to call up, the government, or your city or whatever, and have them people picked up and they being hauled off the concentration camps. So this time is very near upon us, and it's very serious. So we got to constantly, be on these things, and we got to have that faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that the times in which we're facing, that he's going to keep us every single step that we take, man. Because the scriptures say that man's goings are of the Lord. So the Lord is going to constantly direct our steps, and we know that we don't have free will. So we have to know at the same time, if you're being diligent in this work, you're doing everything you can pertaining to the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, why should you fear? Why should you doubt that the Most High is able to save you? We don't have confidence in ourselves because this work is not of ourselves. But we got to have confidence in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that he is able to save us in that last day, man, in those last days, man, in that very beginning, that he's going to keep our spirit strong and right, you know what I'm saying? So, with that, this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. Right, so what? It said what? Cast not away your confidence, but we have great, it said, cast not away your confidence, which have a great recompense of reward, man. So what? Like I said, we don't have the confidence within ourselves, but you got to have that confidence in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Because in Sirach 32:21, it says, be not confident in the plain way. What's that plain way? Trusting in yourself, that thinking, oh, I know I can make it through the end. Or I know I can do this, I know I can do that. Nah, you be humble about it and hope and pray that we are a part of the elect. Because we should know off the rip that the Most High is able to save you by what? Going off of the examples in the scriptures that were set before us. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have hope. That's why we have the confidence. Going back to what? Romans 15:4. Okay? And and one great person I always look up to, first and foremost, of course, Yahweh Shai. But, second, in my personal, take on things, I look up to what? Paul. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm going to grab the scripture right here. All right? And this is 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 16. It says, howbeit for this cause I obtain mercy, that in me first Yahweh Shai might show forth all long suffering, for a pattern to them which should hereafter believe on him to life everlasting. Right, so Paul said what? Howbeit for this cause he obtained mercy. For this one reason is why Paul obtained mercy, is what he was saying. Alright? That in me first Yahweh Shai might show forth all long suffering. Right, so he, obtained mercy so that the Lord could show his sufferings through him. The Lord used him as an example, right? And it says, for a pattern to them which should hereafter believe on him to life everlasting. Right, so the Lord basically said, he chose Paul, said, I'm going to use you as my example, and you're going to be a pattern to the rest of those that follow after this doctrine, after this truth, that they should believe on me, and their reward won't fail, man. Because Paul gave you the great examples, and the Most High put him through constant hell, going through them afflictions, going through being shipwrecked, going through basically being stoned to death. I'm saying, having the thorn in the side, being sick, man. So the Lord used him as a great example that what? We should follow a pattern after him. You know what I'm saying? Because what Paul said, what that what be ye followers of me as I am followers of Yahushua, man. So what is, it's okay what to follow what a man of the Lord, long as he's doing it in righteousness. You don't want to be a mockingbird or copy or emulate every single thing in which he does per se, but you want to follow certain traits and characteristics about that person and add them onto yourself, because when we look at one another, you know what, we're here to build one another up. So it might be some characteristics of another brother that you see within him that you don't have in yourself, that you might can learn from him and apply certain things into yourself for you to be a better person, you know. So what we have to look up, you know, to the men that were before us within these scriptures as a pattern, and how they had faith until death in Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and how they knew within their spirit without a shadow of a doubt that the Most High was able to save them, man. So that's how we got to have that same faith as the rest of the men of these scriptures who obtained the salvation, like the Maccabees brothers, King David, King Solomon, Paul, the rest of the men of the Lord that were put to death for this truth, man. We have to look up to them as an example, and know that the Lord, no matter what, the Lord going to give charge of his angels to keep us, man. And with that, I'd like to I'll give a quick example, a quick testimony of myself, because as Paul was used as a pattern, as an example for the rest of the brothers, if I may be looked at for a fool, to the world or whatever, to make an example of myself for the rest of the brothers that they might learn or grab some more faith, then so be it. But basically, like last week, right after camp, I had I was eating some Brazil nuts or whatever, and I caught an allergic reaction. It was my first time ever eating some Brazil nuts, and I only ate one, and I had an allergic reaction. Now, mind you, I never, had an allergic reaction to anything in my life, so I didn't really know what the symptoms were, or really to know what I should do in that situation, but, automatically, I started feeling certain symptoms, and I started feeling kind of bad. So, after camp, how us brothers do, we get up and we have brotherly love, and, and I'm feeling kind of bad, but, at the same time, I kept fighting it through. Not knowing that, I should go and seek some medical attention or anything like that, because mind you, like I said, I've never experienced this before. So, brothers is rejoicing, so on and so forth, and, my throat is kind of swollen or whatever like that. My airway kind of clogged up a little bit, but, the Lord still kept me, and I still fought through, and brothers wound up actually doing, a few lessons together and everything, man, actually doing the works. And, and then the next day afterwards, I happened to tell, my peoples, whom I live with and so on and so forth, my situation. They was like, yo, why you do that? Basically, it's like, yo, and how you was and how you telling me you could have died. You could have lost your life, And then, I thought about it like, damn, yo, that's serious, because I went through that situation, and the Lord kept me. The Lord had his angels take charge and keep me, man. Because I didn't know that, allergic reaction was that serious that, that you can die from it. It's something I never experienced before. But the Lord, at that moment, he showed me his power, man. That why should I fear? If the Lord kept me within that situation of catching an allergic reaction and something I could have possibly died from, and I didn't seek no medical attention or anything like that, and the Lord kept me, and I'm still here today to give this testimony unto you, brothers, why should I fear anything else? Why should I fear that hour of temptation? Why should I fear martial law? Okay? Why should I fear these devils coming in and ransacking me and hauling me off? Alright, why should I fear anything like that? Or why should any of you other brothers fear, man? That's a prime example of how the Lord will give his angels charge to keep us in all his ways. In Psalms 34:7, what? It says the Lord have his angels camp up around about them, man. So at that moment in which I was going through those afflictions, the Lord had his angels keep me in the spirit and to keep me alive, man. And so, for that, I'm very grateful and very thankful of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. And that was a big faith booster unto me, man. And I hope that should be the same unto you, brothers. To know that at these last days, we got to have nothing but faith, man. It's all about faith. That's what this thing is all about. And what it all boils down to is that faith and that trust in Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and knowing that, he will give his angels charge to keep us within these last days, man. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemiah Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom and death to America.